Here I am at the Lovesgrove Country Guest House. Looks really nice and in nice settings. So as you walk into room number 1, which is the room I've been given on the ground floor, quite a nice little room. We have some teas and coffees and biscuits. Nice double bed. Plenty of furniture space. I'm only here for one night though, so probably not needed. And my room has a brand new fitted shower room. So as you can see, I have got a large shower with a couple of shower heads there. Toiletries included. Yeah, it's all very nice, clean and tidy. And I have been informed the mattress is only 2 weeks old as well, and it does seem quite comfy, so fingers crossed for a really good night's sleep. This will be where breakfast is served in the morning. I do have full cooked option, as well as cereals, juices, porridge. And a lovely sitting room for guest use. Hello and welcome to Travels with Lorna, where I've spent the night at the Lovesgrove Country Guest House. It was just one night away for business. So, my views. First thing I noticed was, as you come in, you walk into a hallway. There's not a manned reception, but there's an information desk with all your usual leaflets and stuff. But what I did notice was a phone on the desk with a sign saying, "If I am ringing, please answer it. It is for you." Sure enough, just after it did start ringing, so I very obediently answered the phone. And yes, it was just a note to say, there'll be somebody with you in a moment. So that was their way of keeping an eye on who's coming and going. And I did get greeted by the owner. He showed me to my room, very nice chap, showed me to my room, and the room is really nicely appointed. I've got room 1 on the first floor, which is right next to the entrance. As you can see in my video, it's got plenty of furniture space, nice double wardrobe, plenty of drawers. It's got a newly fitted shower room, which is really nice hot shower, and the mattress, as he told me, is only about 2 weeks old, and that was a really comfy sleep. He did point out to me that there was a blackout blind because I am right next to the entrance door and they do have quite a powerful light on, so that was a godsend because I can't sleep if there's a lot of light coming through, so blackout blind worked a treat. Downside to the room, because the room itself is really nice and it's just kept so clean, it's lovely, but the only 2 things that I thought let it down for me, and it's going to sound like I'm quite picky now, but in the shower room, the toilet roll holder, every time we went to go and get some toilet roll off, it would kind of stoop down. It just kind of felt like it wasn't attached properly, and the headboard must also be a bit loose and not attached properly, and every time I moved it would just like kind of bang against the wall. Only little things, I know, but it just kind of let the room down just that little touch. Right, I did have breakfast, and there was a choice to order all the breakfast options as we came in. I filled in my form. I'm not really a breakfast person, I can't eat a lot of breakfast, but however, they do have a range of fruit, croissants, and they did have some yoghurt. They got a range of cereal and milks there to have, and your fruit juices, which is normally what you would expect to get in most places. Also the choice of cooked breakfast, which I opted for on my sheet. Now, they had the choice of you could have beans or you could have tomato, but the tomato was like a fried tomato. And they don't do tinned tomatoes anymore. Now, is it just me? Does anybody else like tinned tomatoes with their breakfast? Because I'm not a huge fan of beans. I don't like the grilled or fried tomatoes. but to put a bit of tin tomatoes on my breakfast, I really like that. Is it just 280s anymore? A lot of places just don't offer them. What's your thoughts on tin tomatoes? Good or bad? Anyway, I do digress about Tomatogate with the breakfast, but I'll continue. Yeah, so room and breakfast, all really good. I can't really fault it for anything like that. The only downside I can think of is a little bit of noise at night time and in the morning when the owners are up. The entrance hall and everything is done like in it's either a tiled or like a tiled effect floor. If anybody was to walk in, luckily it's not a busy place, so it didn't happen late at night, but whenever anybody walked in, you could hear all the footsteps. It seems to really echo along the corridor. Keys in the doors, and then I could hear light switches going off in one of the rooms. And then again in the morning, when I would assume it's the owners and people who are working and getting up ready for the breakfast, again I could hear doors opening and closing, footsteps on the floor. It just seems echoey. Now, yeah, I can be a light sleeper, so I really don't know if it is just me, but I did find that some of the noise was louder than what I would expect. Maybe if you were coming you could have earplugs if you were a light sleeper, or maybe they could provide earplugs in the future for people who might have a problem. But that aside, apart from that sort of outside noise, everything I thought was really, really nice here. I have heard it's had a lot of 5-star reviews, and I can see why, because it is kept spotless, and they're very friendly and helpful. They're always asking for something they can do for you. But I just think because of just the little things in the room that wasn't quite, like the headboard and the toilet roll. I know this sounds really picky me saying about those, but then as on top of that there was the corridor noise, and it just seems to be quite echoey, so it just made everything louder than what it is. Because of that, I would rate this as 4.5 out of 5, but it certainly wouldn't put me off coming back here again. It's a lovely space and brilliantly located for where I needed to be for business, so thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channels for more hotel reviews, places to see, places to visit, and please leave any comments. Thank you very much.